Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters plus 1.16. In this episode, we're going to be running ourselves a Gilded Horde Lucky Vault, with the main purpose of this being to fully get some just basic loot that we really need, namely being just more overall. So I did have to do quite a bit of grinding off camera in order to get ourselves a refined storage system, because that stuff is just super grindy, and honestly I didn't think it was worth making a video on. So I just went through it all and I got that taken care of. So now we have a refined storage system back at base, but that does mean that now we do kinda need quite a bit more loot. So we're gonna need a lot of different stuff to recoup the costs, because I had to use all of my echo gems, all of my knowledge stars, knowledge fragments, a bunch of the Larimar, and just overall a ton of the loot that we had before. So now we're kind of rebuilding that from scratch, which is fine. It's just going to take a little bit, and I hope you guys are willing to be patient with me, and maybe we'll get some pretty good loot from this vault right here. So fingers crossed. See, you never can skip the normal vault chests, unfortunately, because sometimes they have really surprisingly good loot in them, which I found to be a little surprising. But if you see them, it's always worth grabbing them, because sometimes you can get really lucky, like with an epic or a omega one, and they can have some kind of crazy stuff. I don't really need gifter statues anymore. We do have botany pots and other stuff to get grinding on resource generation, so it's not really something we need. And overall, we're just kind of working through the middle stages, which is unfortunate, but it's mostly grinding from here on out, and we're going to be running a bunch of different kinds of vaults in that grinding process, the next episode of which will actually be starting a raid vault. And that is going to be a little bit insane, because raid vaults, if you didn't know, they do go for quite a while. So I'm hoping that if we actually want to complete it, we're gonna want to get as many, and by complete, you can't complete raid vaults, you can only like fill out the entire space that it gives you, which is what I intend on doing. We're not going to be able to do that first try, of course, because it is a massive area and we have no vault relics, but hopefully we can get some more relics and be able to actually start working on getting our vault timer up, because limiting ourselves to like 25 minutes, 26 minutes, it's 25, but I also have the addition of optimistic for this guy, so we do get that bonus time, which is really helpful, to be honest. And if we can get that consistently in every single vault, plus the other modifiers and stuff, plus vault fruits, I will be super happy. So we're gonna do that, and what we're also gonna do is we're also just gonna work through getting more knowledge fragments, not knowledge fragments, they're star fragments and star cores and such, just so we can unlock some more mods. I did have to spend like 10 additional knowledge stars, which was one hell of an ordeal to get. So I hope you guys will like this video, because it took a lot of work to get to where we are. I also seem to be limiting myself based on the amount of resources we have, and not when it comes to most things, just when it comes to the actual burgers themselves. We are very low consistently on one ingredient in particular, and that's the buns, which I never thought I would say. Give me 1 second. There we go. Where was I? Anywho, we're just low on burger buns for some reason. I don't know why. I wish I could get more. I'm also trying to work through the soul shard issues, because it does seem like although soul shards should be dropping regularly, it seems like we're only getting like 1 per mob. Maybe I need to run some crazy vaults or figure out a way to have multiple of something on a vault crystal, because I don't know, the commands do not autofill in this version, so you have to actually know all of the command lingo. So I'm trying to learn that, but please be patient with me, as it is going to take me a little bit of time. And we're just going to kind of see what we can do with this. So, yeah, please be patient with me. I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm working on it, but things take a while, and I am a one-man army because, I do this all by myself. I wish I had an editor, because I don't edit any of the videos that I post, pretty much. They are all, like, roughly unedited. I do, like, have to shrink them for YouTube so I can upload multiple videos a day, but like that's just normal stuff for YouTube. But overall, it's like I wish I had the money to hire an editor, because I think that that would really be helpful for the content, and I would really enjoy that as well, not having to worry and just being able to send videos off, get them back, and then not have to worry about any of that. So if there are any aspiring editors in the comment section, please hit me up. I would really appreciate it. And like, look, I don't have a ton to offer, but I can offer something. Like, I can offer percentages based on videos and stuff, but it's not going to be a whole ton to begin with, but if someone would be willing to take a chance to edit my content, that would be very much appreciated. But of course, you know, it do be what it do be. I just don't have time to edit because, you know, full-time student, part-time work, plus YouTube isn't really the most feasible thing. But, you know, well, especially with, like, having a social life and a family and other things that I care about, taking care of, like, other responsibilities. But, you know, I just really enjoy making content and getting all this loot, and this is kind of like a podcast where I just get to vent my feelings, and I kind of enjoy that. We are also focusing on mostly just getting as much loot as we possibly can from these vaults, because holy, there's a lot of loot to be had, and we do not want to miss a single shred of it. Looks like we might be evening out our total on the burgers, actually, this vault, which is nice. We do have a ton of other things that we need to roll when we get home, and by home I mean back to base, so out of the vaults. And by a ton of things, I mean we have to roll essentially all of the what are they called? Mystery boxes and relic booster packs that I've saved over the course of the past couple days. So, I hope you guys are ready to see that. And honestly, there's not going to be a whole ton more of crazy content in these vaults. So if I find something cool, I will record more, but I guess I'll see you guys at the end of the vault if nothing else is really interesting, because this looting just consistently is kind of boring. So I will see you guys very momentarily. Okay, I may have found out about something very interesting on accident. So, if I open up one of these guys, I get like a normal amount of stuff. But I have super high luck level based on the everlasting abilities. So if I mine it, then everything generates at such a high level that it's like the maximum you can possibly get. So if I just break one, then I'm getting like 4 times the amount of what I would get previously, which is kind of crazy. And I'm trying to see if there's, like, see, we're getting 2 echo gems from an epic chest, which is absurd. That's insane. That's actually like crazy. And we're just getting this consistently, and I'm kind of down with it, because it is one hell of a cool little thing that I've found. So we're gonna continue to use this throughout the rest of the vault and see just kind of what we can get over the next couple minutes, because we don't have a crazy amount of time left in the vault, but the time that we do have, we'll be able to use for, let's just say some nefarious and yet also interesting type things. Yes. Okay, 4 minutes left in the vault. We've got pretty much all that we can from this guy, so we're going to activate that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits for a level 41 boogeyman. Not terrible, not terrible. And we got ourselves a boss crate, as well as all the loot in here, and a way too much loot in here. So, one other thing that I did find through searching a bunch of stuff in the overworld, I found a charm of gluttony, so we can actually eat stuff instantly, which is kind of dope. We're going to chuck you there. We're going to wait for it to load and grab the burgers, grab the vault gear. We'll chuck all the vault gear that we got from that guy into here. And everything else I will sort, and I will see you guys back in one moment. Okay, now let's give a look at the big guns. We got 1.1k vault burger ingredients, which is kind of crazy. So we use that to make ourselves vault burgers. Oozing pizza is 0 to 1%, so it's not even close to worth it. So we're going to utilize ourselves some of our own very good vault burgers. And I'm going to eat all of them, all 1,000 vault burgers, in next episode and see how high we can get level-wise. So we also got a bunch of vault bronze, a bunch of knowledge essence, so we did recoup all of our costs on that. And finding that, I wouldn't call it an exploit, but feature of having such a high luck level, kind of amazing, to be honest. Anyway, I have to open up all these relic booster packs. I will see you back once I do. It's probably going to take me a couple minutes, so I will see you right back in one moment, please. Okay, over the course of opening up all of those relic booster packs, we ended up getting a total of all of these relics. We also have these unidentified relics that will roll, which looks like we got some sword stick, warrior's charm, T-Wolf combat leggings. Still not enough for any actual relics yet, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate, in fact. And now what we have to do is open up all these mystery boxes. So again, I will be right back. This is gonna probably take a while. Okay, after opening up a couple stacks of them, I've realized that opening up these guys isn't even worth it anymore, because they just give such mediocre loot that there's no reason for me to even open them anymore. So we're just gonna chuck them in there and leave them to kind of rot. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, we have one Pandora's box, which I'm gonna open, see what we get. 15 golden apples. Nothing. Literally nothing. Anyways, let's see how many star shards we get. From that vault, we got 5 stacks of star shards. Which is wild. 5.5 stacks of vault silver, which equates to 45 vault gold. And then we have 1k vault burgers, which we'll take care of, tentatively, in the next episode. So, I will see you guys then. GG's, peace, have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!